So today's topic is family as a constellation and exploring roots and patterns. This approach is by Bert Hellinger, and today we will cover this topic to understand what is a family, what is a generation patterns, cycles, how we have to finish this, and why. And how to integrate this to our everyday life and feel more resourceful, free, healed, and liberated. Speaking about the family tree and genealogical system, we have to imagine that the family tree and the natural tree, it might look like similar. And it has its own system field. Once we humans are born, the family system is the first field where we are entering, and we have to remember and acknowledge that this field is influencing to our life. We want or we don't want. That's why it is important to acknowledge that family has its influence on us. This is the system and how the system, if you want to from the system, you have to know its own rules, and this is what we are covering today. In this tree, the youngest generation is at the top, while the oldest ancestors are at the roots, at the bottoms. And the tree itself perfectly symbolizes the family system. If one of the branch of the family system is damaged, it affects to the other branches, starting with the closest ones. And if you see this example to the family, if one of the family member is ill or damaging, destructive, it affects to the others, and the affection is starting to the closest ones. And also, if the branch is healthy or family member is healthy and healing and working and developing himself or herself, it supports to the others, and the supporting and influence is starting from the closest one as well. The roots of the generational archetypes from where the studying is coming. In Georgia, I'm originally from Georgia, and we have the good expression which is saying the grandfather ate sour plums and the grandson's teeth ache. It means that once we are working with the family patterns, this is important to consider four generation. And as the patterns and cycles influence up to the fourth generation, this approach is introduced by the Bert Hellinger and also reflected in various cultures and civilizations, which we will touch. The earliest documented archetype of these family systems for generations are coming from the Hesiod, who was an ancient Greek writer from around 700 BC. And what was saying in the Hesiod Theogony. This is the origins of the family patterns. It was about the ancient Greek poem about the origins and relationships of the gods, and it describes multiple generations of divine beings, demonstrating family roles, what was the conflict between them, and successions. So the myth shows the cycles of the power, rebellion, inheritance, shaping divine family dynamics. So it shows that what is the dynamics between the families and generations, and find out that what was the pattern for the one generation. It was going as an inheritance to the others. This serves as a symbolic model for understanding how family patterns and legacies pass through the generations. For example, the Greek god, the Zeus, overthrows his father Cronus, who overthrows his own father Uranus as well. And there was a pattern of the fear of succession, fear of the losing of the power, and it was a kind of the parental control. So, and it was the generational heritage before the other generation ends the cycle. That's why understanding what is the patterns and the cycles for the generations is important, because then you aware and you can close and end this, finalize. In Hesiod Theogony, there was the gods from the, this is a god mythology. and it shows that what is the families carry inherited roles, what is their like unresolved conflicts, and how this was going again to the four generations. This Saugoni mirrors these dynamics power struggles, unions, and repeated patterns of behavior, which is also applied to the human life nowadays in our modern life, everyday life. You can recognize this once you understand this fully. So the Bert Hellinger's family system working also this highlights how these invisible loyalties affects current family relationships, and recognizing these missing cycles, it helps us to heal our own family patterns and family systems today nowadays. Let's touch and speak a little about the human time, and it's always good to have your family members around to ask them about your generations and genealogical tree. With the human time, this is when we remember and access our memories ourselves or through the human. This is known as a human time, which spans across four generations. So understanding human times make it easier to work with the patterns of these generations, and it allow us to explore memories and uncover family cycles and dynamics. The family tree system is one of the strongest influences in our lives. We are born and we choose the field we enter as per our, you can call karma. And by working through our patterns, we are recognizing that what we are carrying, and then what we carry on our shoulders, we can heal this, we can break these cycles and bring it to the end, which is good for ourselves. But once you are ending this cycle, it's also going to the future generations, and it helps all the system, all the family, and this work is not only for you. When we enter the family field, once we're born, we hold a unique position within its hierarchy. So this position is at the moment of the born, and this field can be either restrictive or supportive. The family system is shaped by many factors, and it's including the country where you're born, the geographical location, history, what is the history of this country, religion, ethnicity, the health of our ancestor, like it's a physical health or mental health, and what was the life's work, what there was lifestyle of our ancestors. The field is defined by these factors and not only. All of these elements are creating the family field and influences to our lives. The responsibility and obligation, how we live, is awareness that we are not only the ruling and responsible for our lives, but all the family, all the generation, and then it of course creating the societies, countries, and just the collective consciousness, which is another topic, and we will speak about this later on. So the relationships and partnerships we form also belong to this family field, and as we bring new members into the system, partners love relationships, so it means that they are the part of the family system, and we will see also what is the hierarchy, where is the partner is standing in this field, and how we have to acknowledge this. And that's a point we approach, that the family field is made up of several interconnected layers, and first one, the closest one in the family field is our partner, spouse, and then it's followed by the children. Sometimes, and the hierarchy is very important, we have to respect this and acknowledge, because sometimes we are thinking that no, children are the first, or parents are the first, or where is I? The family system and field is starting from you. So there is a concept I, and the closest member in this system is your partner, your husband, your spouse, or somebody with whom you have the relationship. It is important to note that within the system, the partner always holds priority over the children. If there is no partner, the focus remains on ourselves and any potential partner. And beyond this, the field includes parents, so this is the members who is including to the field, grandparents, aunts and uncles, cousins, former partners, and stepchildren. All of these individuals are part of the family systems, and this is influencing to its dynamics. No matter how far we are from them, no matter they are we know or we don't know them, like there might be some stepchildren or brother and sisters, or we have never met maybe our parents, but still their lifestyle, their energies, their existence and generations is affecting to and influences our system. Recognizing and acknowledging the hierarchy is important, because if it's there is a disorder, it affects again to our life, and we have to restore. So good news about this is that we can restore and we can work on this, and how this is by the Bert Hellinger approaches through the meditations. I'm facilitating the workshops, clay workshops, where I'm using the Bert Hellinger's approaches, acknowledging how important it is to restore the hierarchy of the family. Because yes, once you are following the system and you are acknowledging that who is in a priority and how to view the system, then system is supporting you. And if there is a violence, then it cannot be supportive, and you are feeling some restrictions into your life. When we realize that the roles have been reversed and we begin to treat our parents like children, there might be some cases, and as the life coach, I have a lot of cases when the client is coming and I find out that they are treating to their parents as children. This is important to affirm proper order by repeating. And so we are doing this into the meditation, or you can affirm and restore the system following. Um, you are saying to yourself, you don't have to necessarily go to your parents or somebody, and everything is working on yourself. You are working on your mind or your consciousness, and you are repeating, I am the child, you are the parent. I am little and you are grown. So in this case, you are restoring the hierarchy, and you are acknowledging that your mother and father are grown and you are a little to them. There is a meditation what I'm using, and we will cover this separately into the. I'll offer these meditations in the different lectures, where we can deeply work to our consciousness, how to restore this system and hierarchy. The basic law of the life. If you feel the urge to help or save someone, especially your mother, remember, you cannot. You cannot, and you don't have to. This is a very hard but very true, and because this is violence, you are going against the system, against the nature. You cannot be the savior of anybody. And this pattern is always going with the lifetime, even the lifetime, and it's not obvious. It's also the hidden work. This is a hidden thing, which is disturbing to the people, to the humans, and it's coming as an alert to save somebody, to save, and this is a burden. This is like a heaviness to the shoulders, and if you are repeating this, you are destroying your life, and you don't feel resourceful. There is a natural hierarchy in life, and parents are always above the children. And once you are a children, you don't and you cannot save somebody who is adult. This dynamic can feel incredibly intense, especially when a child takes on the emotional burden of trying to save the mother. A deep inner voice might even whisper, I'll die in your place. But this can be restored to allow yourself to feel life fully and live your life. In such moments, once you acknowledge and first, maybe you remember the moments of your lifetime or just into your patterns, what you are doing, then you have to stop and name it. First moment is to name it. And recognize, acknowledge what's happening, and gently remind yourself you cannot save your parents and you don't have to. And in truth, you cannot save anyone else. Everybody in this life has its own path. They have to go through and cover this path, and it may be their karma, their choice, their destiny. If somebody wants to be helped, they will approach to you. But don't sacrifice your energies and life to anybody. And attempting to do so goes against the natural order. You cannot go against the divine energies, divine natural order. So, to restore this inner balance, you have to affirm and repeat simple but powerful affirmation. I am here and you are there. If you repeat these affirmations, maybe daily basis, and you find out that you are someone who is trying to save the parents, and this pattern is going to your life, you can integrate this simple but it's very powerful affirmation, naming and acknowledging that I am here, I'm responsible to my life, and you are there. So don't interfere with another person's destiny, especially if this person is the family member. We don't have right to interfere this. Yeah, and as I'm saying that Bert Hellinger has very powerful meditations which I'm using to my workshops, and not only me, it's very integrated and adapted practice that people around the world are working, and it has very good successful results. And main idea is again to recognize that you are responsible only on your life, because it's yeah, you cannot interfere to somebody's fate or somebody's life, and you have to fully live your own path and way. And it's about the accepting of the parents. Once you are saying yes to my mother, just as she is, and you don't have a shame or you don't have to change somebody, and you are saying yes to my father just as he is, and accepting to yourself yes to myself exactly as I am, then a life changes, because this is a huge acceptance, huge surrender, and taking off the again the carrying some overweight from your shoulders. And on this moment, if even you close your eyes right now and picture yourself and saying yes to yourself exactly as you are, who you are and where you are, and saying yes to your parents exactly who they are and how they lived, and you breathe in this moment you will remember what means happiness, what it means to be happy, because you are not putting any expectations and you don't want to save or change anything, and you are just living the life as it is. um, So yeah, after this meditational part, so we have to mention again that when we attempt to forgive, this is a message about the forgiveness. Once you are forgiving, also in this family constellation concept and understanding, we cannot forgive to our parents. We are accepting them, and it's again the violation of the natural order, natural system, and We if there is something happened, and of course, like there might be some moments we might be insulted or feeling sad or hearted from this hierarchy. Instead of the thinking that we can forgive to our parents, we can affirm following affirmations. What you did to me was harmful. I leave you with the consequences of your actions. Despite what happened, I choose to continue with my life, and again, I am here and you are there. Or another affirmation is, you are responsible for your actions, not me. And you will face the outcomes of your choices, not me. And you can finalize this, I am here and you are there. Through these affirmations, you are stepping out from judgment and some entanglement and reclaim your own path without needing to judge or forgive to somebody. These affirmations are powerful and very simple. I will share in the comments as well so you can remember or you can write down in your notes and work with this. Eldest family members, let's speak about them. They are often the person who is guiding force with the family field. And this is the archetype, the wise elder. It's called the wise elder. So they might have, because they lived a longer than others. They see a lot, and they might have the energies which is guiding. This is a guiding, protecting force. In the family structure, this is a role which carries a great responsibility also, as the system places the weight of wisdom and experiences also on the shoulders. At times, however, the family field may also include a child or another member which will be can be the younger but have special energy or high vibrations, and you can feel this. And this person, besides this elder family member, can influence the entire field, overpower energetic imbalances, and bring healing to the family system. If we sense that a member of the family system is acting destructively, it becomes essential for another member to restore balance by cleaning the field and raising its vibrations. So, from the beginning, we mentioned that if one branch is destructive, it influences to the other branches and starting from the closest ones. If you sense that one branch is destructive, then other family member is taking the responsibility to work on this and rise, clean the field, and work on the vibrations. No family member should ever be excluded or rejected. And exclusion damages the system as a whole. System has to be the whole, united, and everybody has to feel accepted, uh, no matter what is I have a reflection once I'm speaking about this. The stories, memories for the families are coming, and I see this is so evident how you can violence this field, because yeah, if you are rejecting somebody because of the, I don't know, their choices, because of in a different culture they like accepting women or men, this is a violence against the field, and this field is becoming the destructive, and it cannot be supportive. You cannot feel heaviness of this kind of the field. Excluding a member may even lead us to harm ourselves by unconsciously repeating the same patterns. Like if you are excluding somebody, you may be excluded by somebody as well in the future, or how it will affect to your life you cannot predict. Um, and if one family member is rejecting the other, the quality of the family members, all members can be worsened. It is barriers, blockages, delays, and disruptions. That's why remember, if you are excluding somebody from the family due to some reasons, this no matter what can be the reason, then it's affecting in a destructive way as well. When parent brings a child into the world, they give their most precious gifts, the energy of life. This is a greatest gift like a human can receive. This is a life, and this is a gift from the parent. Sometimes the children are thinking to give this gift back to the parent, which is wrong. The child is neither obligated and even not able to return this energy to the parent. Instead, they will pass it forward to their own children, giving life to the next generation, or giving this energy to life, service to the life. So remember, you are not obliged, or even you cannot think about this. You cannot give this energy, this gift back to the parents. Rather than this, you are giving this to the next generations and serving to the life. This is the natural flow, the circulation and balance of energy within the family system. And pattern ends. Now we speak about the patterns, we speak about how it can affect to your life, and now think how it can end. First, acknowledge. I know that this is a pattern and happened to my generations. Feel it. Then understood. Name it. Then call it that like this is the fear of success or violation of the hierarchy or controlling the power, excluding somebody, and then released. Let it go. Once this happens and once you are following these steps, it no longer passes on to the next generations. You are working on yourself and you are ending this cycle, and it will never go to the next generations, and the next generations will be more healthy. Identification. This is also important part of the structure of the family, and we need to know how to avoid identification. This is about that maybe in the family there is somebody who is our favorite, maybe grandmother or grandfather or aunt or cousin or somebody who was like a role model for you, and you are identifying to this person. You liked this person so much that you want to copy its life to yours. So why it's happening? Then you are taking the good part of this person. Then you can take all negativity as well, and all the patterns. It's copied. If you are identifying yourself to other person, it can copy all their patterns, not only the good ones, and you can repeat this person's life experiences, even not acknowledging this. So no, you have to find out yourself, you have to work on yourself, know who you are, and live your own life rather than identifying yourself to somebody and copy their life, positive or negative. Having the role models, this is the good, but yes, acknowledge that you don't have to identify. You have to name it. Okay, I like my grandmother, and I'm taking this character from this person, but I'm not identifying and I'm not repeating to somebody's life. uh, and you don't this is about to live the conscious life. Whatever we live, whatever we are doing in our life, we have to observe and not to do in a automatic regime. We have to know that okay, I'm doing this because I'm choosing this, and not this character, emotions or field is choosing and guiding me how to do and what to do. And partnerships and love relationships. This is a part of the family system, of course, and this is an important part. And let's touch to this briefly. How relationship supports growth. Relationship often begins because a woman misses a man and man misses a woman, like yin yang, and these two energies to unite inside you and outside in the physical world. This is also the rule of the nature, and yeah, we feel incomplete and seek one another to feel whole. It's a unique experience because both partners come together, having growth through different roles, backgrounds, and life experiences. Once we are going into the partnerships, the love and life partnership, we are acknowledging that okay, there is a different two person with their lives, experiences, expectations, and now they are coming together to live together. And interesting pattern, whatever we are finding out, as per the Bert Hellinger, as per my experience as a life coach, is to searching for an ideal partner. And who is this ideal partner? Often this is imagined someone who is just like us. But yeah, if we were to find a partner like ourselves, there would be no room for growth. Everything would be very familiar, predictable, and the same. So partnership is one of the possibility for the growth. And if you are searching somebody who exactly looks like you or acts like you, then there is no room for the growth or some opportunities. The true growth in a partnership comes when the partner is different from us. Because in that difference, we begin to receive whatever we have been missing to develop ourselves as a human. We stretch and we take in new qualities, perspectives, compromises, capacities which we did not had before. That is how we grow, and in love, of course. This everything is by acceptance, by acknowledging, and by love. And yeah, we are expecting beyond who we are through the gift of the other. We are receiving this gift, studying and learning something new, bringing this into our life. This is like out of the comfort zone. So going to the relationship, this is a responsibility which does not seem like the cartoons or Cinderella, especially the first part. This is a work where you have to make some investigation of the time and stop seeking ideal partner, somebody who is looking like you exactly, and accept the effect of the growth with the opposite energies, which is a man or woman, and allow yourself to grow and blossom. The secret of the love is also acceptance, and accepting everything as it is. We cannot change anybody and anything beside of ourselves. Troubles in relationships often begins when one partner tries to change the other. We may enter into a relationship with the hope of shaping someone to meet our needs, and once we are doing so, we are losing a lot of energies. We are not really seeking a partner, but rather a substitute for our mother or father. If you find out you start a work to changing somebody and shaping, then you are working to shape your ideal pattern, like for a mother or father. No, with this mindset, we are blocking ourselves from receiving the best of our partner and from giving the best to our partner as well. And there is again the simple rule and affirmation. This is the powerful key to the love, which is named the 3 yes. And in this meditation, we can try right now that you can close your eyes for a moment and picture your partner exactly as they are. If you don't have partner right now, you imagine your potential future partner. And now, once your eyes are closed, you gently and clearly say, yes, I love you as you are, exactly as you are. And now imagine hearing these same words from them telling to you, I love you as you are, exactly as you are. And observe what happens inside of you. Suddenly, couple can relax. A deep sense of safety arises. Each person feels seen, valued, and respected as they truly are. And that is love, not perfection, not fixing, but accepting your partner and yourself fully as you are. The second yes, this is about to honor the roots. The second yes in love in this, you say to your partner, I accept your mother exactly as she is, and I welcome your father exactly as he is. In this case, this is the most hard part in the couple's relationships to accepting the parents of your partner, because sometimes people are very hard to accept their own parents, but accepting your partner's parents, this is a huge relief for them. So whenever your partner hears this, they can relax more. They no longer have to hide or defend anything about their family, and they feel safe knowing that their roots are seen and respected from where they are coming. And of course, this is not always easy. Most partners come from different families, as we say, that with the different values, backgrounds, and ways of seeing the world. And but if we want to have the healthy relationships, we have to respect this and accept and say yes. And yeah, remembering this, men and women, this is a different two worlds with a different codes, like shaped by different layers, consciousness, everything is a different. And when you meet your partner, you are also meeting the system, different code. Like is a one individual person is a different, the family is a different history, and you are just acknowledging and remembering this, and you are bringing your compassion and understanding and love. This is a true love once you are both sides are investing onto this and saying, accepting, and seeing. Each other. Truly be together, yeah, you are expanding your awareness and you are stretching your consciousness, and this is not only for your partner but for your family as well. So, and this is a chance for growth and for individual and in partnership role as well. And the third yes is the honor to the partner's destiny. This is a hard part also, but again, we are not going against of the law of the universe, and it's once you see that this person's destiny is unique, and there is a case of the separation, you have to acknowledge and accept this also and say yes. If, for example, if there was a couple who already live together, they have the shared responsibilities, even the children together, and there is a case of the separation, it might be a little difficult, but this is necessary for healthy lifestyles, and Even in the meditations, we are bringing this technique to affirm with gratitude, with grace, love, and open heart to say and acknowledge that saying yes, your path is yours and my path is mine, and may both lead to fulfillment. You can say also to your partner for the separation, I love you and I cherish everything we shared. Now this is your destiny to fulfill, and I accept mine. And I say yes to both. This does not erase the love or the shared experiences, but it gives everything its own places, and you are not wasting your energies in this case. It honors them and sets both people free to continue their lives in truth. Working with 4 generations of family patterns, let's touch about this topic. Now, once we are working with the family patterns through the 4 generations, the focus differs depending on gender. For a woman, the work is done through the maternal grandmother's line. And for a man, the work is done through the paternal grandfather's line. If a woman wants to take resources, healing, and connect to the energies, divine energies, and healings, this is coming from the mother's side, mother's and maternal grandmother's line. And in total, there are 4 primary ancestors lines, which is shaping to us, and this is maternal grandmother, maternal grandfather, paternal grandmother, and paternal grandfather. These 4 generations influences about 80% of our life and creates a family energy field, and other 20% is comes from the earlier generations and peripheral relatives. When entering the family field, we are never given more than we can handle, or we are choosing this also. When something is happening into your life, you are acknowledging and remembering also that this is something given to you, and if it's coming from the family field, nothing is coming, whatever you cannot handle and process. Let's speak about working with the father's line. So the father is considered as a bow, and father's line, this is focused on the higher consciousness, the father's house. In meditations also and visualizations, if we want to connect to the paternal line and the father, it's always like a moving upward to the sky. This is kind of the temple. In the symbolism also, like once there is the working with the symbolism in the Jung, it's always the symbols which is related to the sky or high places. Also in the energies, this is called Peter and fire energy. Fire, this is the masculine energies and related to the father. The mother's line is connected to the earth, the mother's house, and this is related to the energies of the earth and water. So according to the Ayurveda, which is a traditional system of the medicine, it's originated in India 3,000 years ago. This energy is called Kapha, which is earth and water, and it means stability, grounding, and supporting. Once we are doing also the meditations of the family lines to balance the father's energy, so we are moving upward towards with the symbols or something with the sky or temples, and once we are working with the mother's energies, then we are going and touching to the earth or underground, under the earth to the earth energies. So to sum up, the fire represents the father's energy, In the energetic fields, this is located to the right side. Once you are working to the right hemisphere, which is also responsible for the critical thinking and logic and everything, so this is the father side, and Earth represents this mother's energy, and mother's energy is on the left side. So in the meditations also, like once I'm using the Bert Hellinger's approaches and as other cosmology studies, that the maternal side has to stand on the left side, and once you are working of the left side, this is activating your feminine energies. And water, this is the entire family line. So water holds the inherited family information from all the ancestors. So water is the wisdom and all informations from the all ancestors. This is the main message and discussion as per not only the Bert Hellinger but from the mythologies and how the cosmology is seeing the family systems, family constellations, how and why we have to work on this and make the restoring the hierarchy. Thanks for the attentions, for the questions and answers. We will have them separate sections, and also I want to mention during this lecture that you can always direct message me, approach me, or subscribe this channel to hear more, and also have possibilities to join my meditations and workshops where we will work to restore the family hierarchies and cycles and patterns and fully enter resourceful into your life and go through your path. Thank you once more. I'm Maya Titskishvili, ICF certified life coach, organizational and personal development mentor. And yeah, I'm on my path, I'm on my journey, and I'm sharing my knowledge and experiences, the ways and tools, whatever is coming to me. And I'm really happy to feel presented and sharing my time with you. And now we can go to the section of the questions and answers. Thank you.